Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Jules, and whenever you join me here on my channel, you are one of my treasures. Um, as always, we do our Saturday 2 p.m. Mountain Daylight Times live stream. So hopefully, we'll start seeing people come on here. So, first of all, like I said, my name is Jules. Whenever you join me here on my channel, you are one of my treasures. And you're in Area 5T1, as I call it, because we talk about the 5Ts in my journey. First one we talk about is transition, as I'm a 54-year-old transgender woman. We talk about triathlon, as I like to participate in triathlon. We talk about trends. It's like the different clothing I like to wear, and talk about. I do some teaching on here. Most current topic I am teaching about is my deconstruction from the Mormon Church. So I've been doing their basic principles, kind of like their basic beliefs. This will be just in this book right here. It's their basic beliefs, and I break down the church. That's going to be like a 1 year series, and then I will go into some really advanced topics that I've learned over the years. Also, then I talk about different tips. Some of the different tips I like to teach about are being prepared in times of disaster. One of the big things I always teach about is having 72-hour bags. I did live in Florida, went through 6 major hurricanes, and so I learned, some things about being prepared. I mainly use things I learned from experience, and so I don't really, I try to teach as much as I know. Um, so today, as always, on Saturdays, I open a live stream. On all Saturdays, I open a live stream. And we can talk about the different topics on the channel. We can talk about any things if you are transitioning, whether it's male to female, female to male. Um, Also, we can talk about, like I said, I have been talking about my deconstruction from the Mormon Church, and we can talk about anybody that is deconstructing from a high demand religion. Um, we can talk about, the clothing all of us like to wear. Just adjusting my earring here. I'm sorry. Um, we can talk about, different trends or clothing that all of us like to wear. We all have our personal way of, you know, of how we like to dress, do our makeup. Um, my styles have changed from when I started transitioning. So, we all have different ways that we like to do our makeup, so we can definitely always share each and everybody's point of view. I think that is a great way to uh, do things, so all of us have you know an understanding that each of us is an individual, even though all of us can be alike in many ways. Um, Today, I just basically I like to do my makeup now. I've learned, for me, that having simple makeup is better for me. So I did a very light pink to match my blouse. I did do my choker. I've started to like these. I'm going to order some more. Um, and my usual uh, cat eye eyeliner. Um, and this weekend I did my nails in a violet color with the ring fingers in a light blue. Um, I did. I may do them. I need to get some white nail polish, and next week I can do maybe pink on the pinky and the thumb, and the light blue on the ring and pointer finger, and then maybe get a white nail polish, and I can do like a transparent nails. I think that would be cool. I do have some vacation time requested at the beginning of November, and I will be getting my nails done then. I have a really cool uh, idea. I did post it on the channel, so I hope many of you got to see it. Um, they will be green and in arrowhead form, so I'm gonna do kind of a green arrow um, type theme. I may offset the usual ring finger one. I don't know what color yet, but they will be like in a reflective, like chrome-like pattern. I just got to find me a good nail salon and go from there. I think it'll be cool for. I will have 11 days off, so I will have them for about 11, 12 days. Hello and welcome to the stream. You're on here with Jules. Remember, whenever you join me here on my channel, you are one of my treasures. Feel free to jump into the chat box. I did my usual transition Tuesday video this week. I did show a new haul I got. Tomorrow I will be probably wearing this skirt I bought in that haul. That haul had a lot of stuff for home. Um, I'm also maybe going to do a video later today on the nail cream I bought. I'm going to break down each ingredient because I know some of these nail creams can contain formaldehyde, and I just want to make sure that this is something safe for all of you before I suggest purchasing it. So I will break down the ingredients. Um, Hello, everyone. Welcome to my stream. You're on with Jules. Just remember, whenever you are on Area 5T1, you are one of my treasures. Feel free to jump into the live stream in the chat box, and we can talk about any of the topics we talk about on this channel. It can be transition, triathlon. I do teach about high demand religions and me currently leaving, and deconstructing my uh, faith in the Mormon Church. We can talk about trends, different clothing you may like to wear, and different tips. So feel free to jump into the chat box. Anything we talk about here, we can be constructive. I just ask that nobody uh, put each other down or be destructive towards each other. later on today, I will be doing a video on my um, high demand religion playlist. Um, Also, I do want to thank everybody. Um, Hey, Serena, thank you for coming on here at least to say hi. Oh, one dog can be fabulous. I know uh, before moving out here and um, separating with my ex, she had she and I had 5 dogs. At times we had 6. Um, and walking at times can be a chore, but um, if you have them, you know, you- if they heal properly, they can be good walking them. I had one that would go running with me. He would stay at a perfect heel and could run 5 miles with me. Yeah, the one I had, I would put him on a runner's leash, and then I would um, also put a regular leash on him to make sure just he had this. He could be a little escape artist, so I would make sure to double leash him. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Remember, whenever you're in here, you are a treasure. Actually, my dog was so great when I ran with him. He wouldn't even stop when another dog was barking at him. He would just, um, he could go the whole time without even having to stop to pee or poop. And then, like, when I got done with my goal for the run, and I started walking again to cool down, that's when he would go. It was really good. So, Serena, you're pretty new to the channel, huh? I think this is the first time I see your name on here. Um, well, Monday through Thursday are my work days. I work 10-hour shifts at the Department of Veterans Affairs. So basically, those are just work. I have to get up early right now. I don't have a vehicle, but should be purchasing one in the next few weeks. So I get up early in the morning, catch the bus to work. I'm home by like 6:30, and then so it ends up being like 12 hours. I just eat dinner and basically go to bed. On Tuesday nights, I do a video. It's kind of like a journal of my transition. And then I have Friday, Saturday, Sundays off. So what I try to do is on Friday, Saturday, Sundays, do a few extra videos and do at least 2 live streams, one on Saturday, one on Sunday. And I usually do them about this time, 2 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. Other than that, my days are usually pretty casual. Like um, sometimes I'll spend the day and I'll watch other when I get home from work. Sometimes I'll watch other YouTubers um, that have to do with some of the topics I like to review on here. And then Saturday, Sunday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's kind of do my chores around here, do grocery shopping. Lately, it's been like Instacart since I've had uh, some issues with, like I said, transportation. I just Instacart it, and then um, we'll, you know, I guess hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I'll get my vehicle. For anyone that's on here or does jump on, remember I also have a Patreon channel that just helps support the channel. Most uh, well, 20% of what is collected from Patreon goes to the Transgender Resource Center of New Mexico, and the rest of it will go to um, getting better equipment for the live streams um, and everything, getting better cameras. No, go ahead and say whatever. Anything that you want to put on this channel is good. As um, these are open forums really on the channel, the live streams. Hello and welcome to the stream. If you just joined in, you're on with Jules. Just remember, whenever you join me on here, you are a treasure and you're in Area 5T1. Hey, Lena, how's it going? Actually, Serena, I'll say the most recent, my challenge, the only challenges I ever had with my transition um, were really before moving out here to New Mexico. Um, I lived in Florida, so good old Ron DeSantis put into effect an order where it was hard to get an executive order by the governor, a governor's executive order making it almost impossible to transition in Florida. But moving up to New Mexico, it is a completely liberal state as far as their state senate, state congress, and a governor. That it's really helped to restart my transition. Um, so that was a victory in moving out here. Um, the only challenge I have right now in transitioning is I haven't come out at work. So yes, my hair's like been filling in again, and I have it a little long. Um, and I do wear piercings to work, but not big hoops or anything. But I need to start thinking of the strategy to come out at work. Lena, how have you been? As you can see, we have another visitor here, Lena, Serena. Serena Synthesis. But Serena, with along with that, one other victory I had last week was when I had all my makeup on. If you actually, if you look at my Tuesday video, there was a great thing that I mentioned about victories was that that's cool. Where were you getting pizza from? Um, Another great victory I had, it was last in the past week or so. I thank you, thank you, Lena. Was looking at myself without makeup and really seeing a woman rather than who I used to be. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to my stream. You're on with Jules. Remember, whenever you are on here, you are one of my treasures. Oh, that's okay, Lena. Um, yeah, that was such a cool feeling. It's like I just like I've noticed change, really good change. Thank you, Lena. No, no, I can take offense to anything you say. I don't think I ever have. Lena, I'm gonna have a stretch of 11 days off coming, and I'm gonna probably try to do a video a day, maybe a few live streams during that time. Oh, don't be nervous. You've always been cool with me. Serena, are you trans? Lena, did you see my new bracelet? It is, trans pride. Uh, it's got a little heart on top. I've actually been wearing this one to work. Um, Maybe it's a good way to start coming out slowly, kind of. Oh, did you reply on either a comment or something before? Um, yeah, Nia, I'm currently doing my deconstruction. I need to write my letter to Salt Lake to completely come out, to completely just say, I'm done, um, and get myself out of the church. Okay, so I remember your comment. Oh no, that's okay, Lena. I may order a lot of, like, they had them in all the different Pride um, colors, and I may order some and you start that as merch. These won't be hard to mail myself. It'll be. Yeah, I went, well, since my blouse was pink, I decided to go with pink. Even my eyeshadow, like a very, very light pink, but that's how the blouse is. I mean, sometimes this blouse can blend in too much to the skin, but and I went with the pink lipstick. The only thing I didn't do in pink was the earrings, because I do have some pink ones, but maybe I got to think of what I have in purple. I can do purple, and I have purple lipstick. I haven't done that in a while. Um, I've got this very nice skirt. It's a little bit of the new skirt I bought. I was on the. I don't know if you watched my Tuesday video. I showed it. It's got two nice slits along the front right here. Um, I may do that tomorrow and see what blouse we'll go with. Maybe I'll just do purple lipstick. I think that'll be cool, but almost do it a goth look because it'll be a very dark purple. I think that would be. Thanks, Lena. I try. I mean, if you go back to my early videos, I think it took me time to get everything kind of balanced, especially my makeup. I felt I was putting it on too thick back then. I've liked. I mean, everybody has their way of doing things, but I've liked going with less than caking it on too hard, too much. Everybody has their own way. I always say we are individuals, and that's how we can do our, you know, way of doing things. Well, it has been cool having you here just about the whole time I've been on, Lena. You, I think it's been you and Alice from the very beginning, but the growth on the channel has been good. We are now at 321, but you have been like one of the ones that sticks out the most as being there and always been on the channel as much as you can. Did you see the, yeah, 321? Um, so we're going for the 510. We are only 189 away. We're kind of like right now it's been tapering down how much uh, membership we've had, but it's been nice, so no, I don't know. That one you got me with, number 21. You'll always be my mystic there. You were, you know, your mysticism is what got me that video with 2,000 views. So, me, I just try my hardest to make this channel best for everyone. Um, yeah, I think it has attracted good people in here. You know, many communicate, like Ryuki will communicate via Facebook Messenger. You've um, you know at times through uh, Snap, so that's cool. And you definitely are. I enjoy having you here. Welcome to the channel. You're on with Jules. Remember, whenever you are in Area 5T1, you're one of my treasures. And one thing I have noticed, Lena, is as far as I've been noticing lately, um, yeah, I can get a good amount of views with lives, but lately I've noticed a few more from videos. Um, so, I'm trying to balance it out. Like I said, the first week of November, November 1st through uh, November 11th, I'm going to have all 11 of those days off. So, probably on Halloween Day, I'm going to go get my nails done really nice. Actually, didn't get some nice long ones done. I'm going to get some arrowhead nails. I don't know how long I'll get them, probably like an inch long. And then I'm going to get them in green. Um, and I'm gonna get them in some really. It looks like almost like a metallic green. I think I did post like a. I posted a post really with showing the color I want to do. The ring fingernail. I don't know if I'll probably just keep them all green or change it to a different color. The thing about videos also, like, it gets a little long because with that one, something weird's been going on with my computer. I want to upgrade it soon, but what's been going on with my computer is I film the whole video and then only half gets uh, sent to YouTube. So I don't know. So I've had to be doing them with my phone. Then it affects my phone memory. There's a lot of, but I need to get a new Chromebox and rebuild this computer from scratch and add another monitor to it and a better camera. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Remember, whenever you are on here, you are one of my treasures. Yeah, Lena, and you missed the other week. Right after I clicked into, I think it was last week. It was right after finishing with you, I think on last Saturday or Sunday. I clicked end stream and my desk chair broke. So I'm like using one of my dining table chairs right now. It just broke. Had just a few more seconds on camera, and boom, it would have showed me falling. Yeah, I know. At least it waited for that. Oh, I'm fine. No injury. I made sure the floor wasn't hurt. I had to throw the chair away. I'll have to buy something new. But hopefully by the end of this week or in 2 weeks, I should have a new vehicle. That makes things a lot easier. Well, I should say a new vehicle to me. I'm getting what I wanted. If for me, it went backwards the way I went. And I've had surgery on this side of the brain, so that's all. Yeah, I know, Serena, it can be difficult. Um, like sometimes I'll notice it, and I'll watch myself on camera, and like I tend to lean over more towards my left. So like I always try to adjust myself. That's the only thing about blouses that come up to like that show on the inside a little bit. Like I've got a strapless push up on here, but even if I pull it down just enough, it'll show it. Um, so sometimes I have to try to adjust myself so it looks, I'm sitting up straight. I'm trying to, and Serena, I'm trying to, my job allow me to work from home on Thursdays. That would have me home for 4 days because I'm off Friday, Saturday, Sundays. And my doctor works from home on Fridays. I just have to really, really, I think for like a month or two, show that I, be working from, just track my work. Just so that they can have a record of it. Because really on a Friday, what I can really do for my job is just concentrate on keeping up on education. Usually I've already called all my patients for Fridays. Because I called them like a week ahead of time. And then, so I just really have to catch up on education and just maybe can what they call scrub ahead for other weeks. And that's just really preparing charts for my patients. You just call the patients, ask them a few questions, and that way when they come in for their visit, all you have to do is vital signs, and then doc sees them. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Feel free to jump in on the chat. My name's Jules. Remember, whenever you are on here, you are one of my treasures. We do talk about the 5 T's on my channel. We talk about transition. We talk about, I talk about triathlon. I do like to do triathlon. Talk about trends, just like different clothing I like to wear. Give little tips. Also, I've been teaching one, and my main topic I've been teaching lately has been my deconstruction from the Mormon Church. Hey, Emily, how are you? Um, so I've been teaching the basic principles and beliefs in that religion, um, which is a very high demand religion. Which now I actually have two subs that I know have been members. I know Ryuki comes on here, was a member, and Serena has told me she was. Actually, I was. I was, and you guys know I'm out trans, but I was the first counselor in the young men's presidency. So that involved teaching, that involved doing Boy Scouts, it involved, oh my goodness, there was a lot. And, when I didn't grow up in the church, oh wow. I, we had, it was amazing. It took me so long to see how um, the, um, you know, the reality of how the church is with the LGBTQ population, and um, one of the big things was that should have thrown, and I wasn't out yet. So when I lived in San Diego, California, and I was a member, they did a big, and usually the church states that they don't get involved in politics, but oh boy, we're big in to pushing Prop 8, uh, the anti-LGBTQ marriage um, bill or proposition. Um, they would even tell us when the bishop was at the pulpit, um, he would talk to it about it, and that we would stay after church sometimes, or even come during the week to get signs to go out and pass out to put on people's lawns. That was nuts, and back then I wasn't out yet, so I was just hello, Anthony. Glad to have you in here. Um, and then, later on when I was in the Young Men's Presidency, we did have one young man uh, that all the other young men made lots of fun of him because he had um, good. Anthony, are you a subscriber? Yeah, and we had one young man one time come to Scouts. Good, thank you. I always welcome everybody that's in here. First of all, I do want to say whenever you're in here, you are one of my treasures. And we are in what I call Area 5T1 because we talk about 5Ts. Um, but yeah, we had one young man come to Scouts one time, and he had the attributes of being uh, gay, and all the young men made so much fun of him that night. The next fasting testimony meeting, his grandmother and really got up on the stand and had a lot to say. Oh, well, good, Anthony. Um, I'm glad you're finding yourself. Um, have you just come out? It took me a long time to find myself. The, it took me time. First, I start off by cross dressing, then um, eventually I found that I had given myself a new name, so that really meant that inside I really had already found that I was me. So it just takes time for all that. That's the thing is when Anthony, biggest thing is to see, like I always recommend at the end of my channel, I always give a little thing saying that you have to seek gender therapy. And yeah, I discovered even from the time of when I got potty trained, there was already signs of it. Because once I learned how to, and I can remember that I learned how to, I was potty trained and I knew how to sit to go to the bathroom. That's all I would do. And about age 15, same thing. When I was home alone and just, do what I wanted, I would go into my mom's bathroom, try her makeup, and her clothing. Good. I started HRT. My original HRT started back in Florida. What are we in? I think it was in 2023, if not 22. But then what happened is the governor put an executive order that it had to be stopped. And so then I had to stop. I had to detransition. And now I have moved to New Mexico, where it is very, the um, the LGBTQ population is very strong and accepting, or the community in itself overall is very accepting of the LGBTQ here. And it was very easy to go get HRT again. And I have now been transitioning for, let's see, we are I think I just did a video that I was I had hit my 7th month mark. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel. You're on with Jules. Remember, whenever you are on here, you are one of my treasures. If you aren't subscribed, please feel free to subscribe, like, comment down below. I also have a Patreon. My Patreon, whatever goes in as far as money there goes, 20% goes donated to the Transgender Resource Center of New Mexico, and the other 80% goes just to upgrade equipment here. Because I've just started with basics. I bought inexpensive equipment. So from here, I just want to upgrade. So, we can start a chat about anything in the chat box. Remember, our my channel, I've said today, it's the 5 T's transition. I like to talk about triathlon as I do like to train for it. Talk about trends, different clothing. We can talk about different styles you like to wear. Tips as far as like makeup tips. I do mine a certain way, and I kind of give tips about that. You guys can feel free to put some in there. And I do teaching. As I stated, one of my main topics right now about teaching has been my deconstruction from uh, the Mormon Church. Other things I have taught on making 72-hour kits because I used to live in Florida. I went through 6 major hurricanes. So I like to teach people to be prepared. There's being prepared and there's being, having too much at your house. I've had friends, and this is a big Mormon thing, is uh, 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 being prepared, but like having enough food for a year. And I used to go to friends' houses, and everywhere you went, there was uh, food. I had another friend that had over 200 guns because one, he would sell them, and trade and stuff, but people in the church used to come to him to buy some. So there's an over exaggeration of being a prepper. Okay, so I have a, a bow, and I have my daughter's compound bow also. I have it in storage right now. I have it in a pod that still needs to get transported from Florida to here. I also have a crossbow, and I'm in the wanting to buy a new bow. I want like a Martin archery bow, uh, that kind of like they showed on the Green Arrows TV series. Um, it's always good. I always say maybe you can prepare like I always say start with a 3 day supply, then a 1 week, then try to build up a month, um, and then slowly maybe 3 months. I don't know how much is. I wouldn't say. I don't want to give an exact number where it's too much, but I had friends that would have stockpiles that would be for years. Um, I have tried like as far as MREs, there's a company called XMRE. They have very good MREs, and another one just called Heater Meals. They were great. Actually, after Hurricane Ian, the VA gave me boxes of those, and it was a good thing to have on the side. And you've seen my archery tattoo, Anthony. Yeah, I did. The thing about firearms, and I did a video just with my pistol a couple of weeks ago, um, just how to be safe with them. Just make sure everything, you know, that you know how to use it safely and how to be safe. Keep it that it's only for times where it's necessary. Yes, yes. Gun. Yeah, it seems like a fire extinguisher really would get them if you sprayed that in their face. Um, you always have to get creative. And Anthony, I'm agreeing with you on a lot of things. It's about education. So when people aren't educated, don't know about them, that's what makes everything look bad. So, like for example, I do own um, what people call an assault rifle, but it's a semi-automatic. I know, and most of the and then I own an AR-15, and I keep mine safe. I haven't shot mine in years, and in fact, I even right now while it's in the house, bolt the bolt carrier group is out of the chamber. So right now, even with ammo in it, it wouldn't you know shoot. So yeah, I'll put that in when I go to the range. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. You're on with Jules. You're in Area 5T1. I live in New Mexico. Um, 2 weeks ago, I went hiking, uh, and I just open carried it. New Mexico is an open carry state, and I just carried it at my side up to hiking trails. New Mexico does have bears, mountain lions, coyotes, so I was using it for protection. Um, One thing I do think they need to do better background checks. Um, I mean, we all get our FFL done whenever we purchase one, but in certain states, you can sell them owner to owner. That makes it hard to do that background check. So there should be some kind of way to track it from owner to owner. Like Florida was very, very easy to buy from, say, your next door neighbor, and all they had to ask you was, "Oh, have you ever committed a felony?" And then you pay them the money, and then you could purchase the firearm from them. I don't think I think they need to come up with some way of transfer of ownership. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. You're on with Jules. Just remember, whenever you are on here, you are one of my treasures. Everyone can feel free to jump into the chat box. Yeah, when I did my one safety video with them, Um, it garnered about almost 900 uh, views, and some got. I got actually a few good comments. Two people kind of, getting got a little insulting, but well. Anthony, what state do you live in? That's cool, Serena. Do your workout as needed. Yeah, I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I always say that this state is very, as far as beliefs are, very purple. So like you can, obviously your Second Amendment rights are very protected. You can open carry, except in certain areas, obviously like schools, uh, government buildings, even on their bus system, but you can't. Um, but there are very like their whole state legislature um, is liberal, so trans rights are very protected here. It was very easy to get back on HRT when I moved out here, as opposed to when I lived in Florida. Um, I've really liked it out here. Um, when I moved out here, I kind of years ago had decided if any other state I would move to was New Mexico, and this was even before coming out trans. And then what I did was, as when I just finally I work with the federal government. I'm a VA nurse, so when I was looking at jobs on the VA, I was already kind of moved somewhere. I was kind of looking at different places. There were jobs out here, and I chose the Albuquerque VA. And so before I started making my decision, I started looking at certain things. I started looking at, well, what are, well, no problem. That's why I took that job. I like to serve those who served. Um, so I I moved out. Well, I got the job, and then after I got the job, I said, I wonder about certain things. Um, so I looked up about trans issues, and I found out that they're very, very that it's very accepting out here. Uh, obviously a liberal legislature. Um, so then came about, I looked up Second Amendment rights and what I could own out here because of, and if I found out that it's a flat out open carry state. You don't have to have any type of permit to open carry, but if you conceal carry, you do have to have your concealed carry permit. In fact, the other day I wanted to see how much of an open carry state it is. You can literally carry a long rifle open carry. Uh, if you Google that, it lists every state's carry laws. And New Mexico is actually open carry to pistols and long guns. So, Anthony, in at your transition, do you already try to present yourself as female? Do you, that's one thing someone told me to try to get is um, bear mace for when I go hiking. Yeah, me pretty much here. The only where I don't present is at work. I haven't come out at work. Um, yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been doing the general neutral type of thing at work. First thing I did when I moved out here was I pierced my ears. So I'll always be I wear these tiny hoops, and I actually have double piercings on my ears. So I wear these tiny hoops on the front one, like tiny, where they just wrap around the ear. And then I have these flat ones back here. Sometimes here on my channel, see me wearing double earrings that dangle. And then the other thing I'll do at work is like right now I've started growing my nails a little more. I don't paint them for work. I just paint them when I got off on Thursday nights. And I think right now, I had Serena on here and Lena. Lena's one of my, like, been one of my regulars for a very long time. And Lena can sometimes be a little shy and hides in the background, but she'll sometimes do the same thing with the chat. It's no big deal. Anthony, have you ever watched Frasier? I know. I see that I have 4 people, or at least 4 of us are in the chat box. And okay, well, Frasier, he was a psychiatrist on the TV show Cheers. Then he branched off on his own show, and he becomes a radio psychiatrist. So whenever he's on the air, he has a producer, and her name is Roz, and she's in the next booth over, and she produces everything. That's Lena. She's always, I always call her my Roz. Cool. That's cool, Serena. Get yourself that workout. I need to be a little more No, trust me, everybody will jumps in the conversations here. The channel has grown a lot lately, and it's nice to get more people in here. I'm really, really, it's taken us time, but the channel has grown. Right now, I have 321 subs. My next goal for subs is 510. Um, well, and what I usually do is at each goal, I try to do a little, I try to do like a, for as a goal, maybe try to do a little drawing. Um, when we reach that, this past one was at, let's see, you're not a drama queen, Lena. Look. I can even believe you to be one. So, the last, the last drawing we did was at, let's see, what was it, Lena? It was 51, 5, was at 250, what was it? Was that? It was 51 times, I think it was at 51 times uh, 5, and I did it, and um, the person didn't want the item, so that means it's going to be the item for our goal at 510, and I'm going to add to it. So it'll be like a little, so Erwin, who won the little backpack with the little Molly backpack with the individual first aid kit, he decided not to take it. So now for our goal of 510, we will do the Molly backpack with an individual first aid kit and a canteen on it. So that's going to be our goal, to hit 510, and then I will do that drawing. Yes, and I know, Elena, you weren't here. Weren't you in here when I got that? Like, I was getting all those people chatting in here, and they were going on different topics and like insulting me and all kinds of stuff. But we got through it. And Anthony, one of the biggest things I will welcome is I do have a playlist of what I call Transition Tuesday. That's been like every part of the way on my transition. And kind of, a lot of weeks will sound almost, yeah, it was a lot of blocking that day, but sometimes from time to time I'll still get comments. So Anthony, if you want to watch the playlist of Transition Tuesday videos, that'll tell you a lot on what to expect from transition. I do, one of the big things I always end my channel on is saying, definitely go to a gender therapist first and talk to someone. Because a lot of places, if you insurance companies, if you have insurance, will require, you know, a gender therapist to see you first, just to have that diagnosis of gender dysphoria. Then, you know, and then you can get your HRT. You know, you'll usually get put on what they call spironolactone that blocks testosterone, and you'll get put on estradiol. I'm also on finasteride. I don't know your age, but I'm 54, so I already had some obvious male pattern baldness. So I got on this kind of like the KEEPS program. I started taking finasteride pills, and that blocks testosterone too. It blocks DHT, which is testosterone that causes the male pattern baldness. And I started using Rogaine also because my hair was only up to here, and now it is back here. I only have a little spot about that big left. Hello and welcome to the channel. You're on with Jules. Feel free to join into the chat. Thank you for all the hearts there. Yeah, so I would feel free to, I would say, the sooner you can get on, like, say like Keeps or hymns, it'll help, it'll stop it from happening. Even you can like basically Rogaine or minoxidil, you can buy it at Walmart over the counter, and just, you know, I've tried two kinds now. I have tried this month is the first time I've been trying like the foam kind of mousse type of one, and actually I think it's working a little better than the liquid one. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Remember, whenever you are on here, you are one of my treasures. You are in Area 5T1. Feel free to jump in on the stream, in the chat box. Who wouldn't? I am voting for Kamala. So am I. I mean, once Biden jumped out, that was that's like the best choice. And the big thing is being any member of the LGBTQIA family. You really have, sometimes you really don't have a choice, because of, like, for example, if Trump would win, they're going to come after us, you know, or we're going to have to. Okay. Exactly, Trace. That's what's been happening with me. I think now with the spironolactone added in, and I already was on the finasteride. Those are both testosterone blockers. Sure enough, it helped. that I have to agree with you, Anthony. I'll sadly say, last two elections, I did vote for him, uh, and I was thinking too much of Second Amendment rights. Now, I mean, one of the big things, I I always found myself being a very, very extreme uh, conservative. Now I'm like right dead in the middle, I would say. And after what happened at the Capitol in 2020, and all the things we keep seeing, I think it is the best thing to do is vote for Kamala. Um, I even think a lot of conservatives are going to steer away from him. Um, so I think that we, in as far as LGBTQIA family members, we need to really, really think what's best for us. I also have a daughter, and I think the whole Roe v. Wade thing, it was just, you know, wrong to do. So there's a lot. Yeah, the forehead is difficult. Serena, mine's starting to fill in a little bit. Like I'm starting to see some hairs come out. Uh, yeah, towards the right here, and kind of fill in. Um, Obviously, right now when I'm me, I, with makeup and everything done up, I'm wearing a wig. Um, and that's why you'll see my hair color change a lot. I do this, I do a black one. I even have a ombre, like burgundy one. I love it though. It's fun to do, to change, the hair color in an easy fashion. I have a black with pink and purple one. Um, it's fun. Yeah, finasteride has worked great. Grace, the finasteride was easy to get from. I got it from my primary care doctor at when I was still in Florida. I just asked him I wanted to go on the kind of like on the Keeps program, and he prescribed me the high dose of finasteride, because finasteride comes in a 1 milligram dose, which is Propecia, that's for hair regrowth, while the 5 milligram is when people have problems with the prostate. He gave me the 5 milligrams. He just wrote it. Of course, I used to work at that um, office, and then he was also my next door neighbor for a very long time. Yeah, January 6th was shocking to me too. Uh, I remember getting home from work, and I wasn't watching any footage. I didn't even know it was happening. But my ex-wife, she was watching it on the news, and she was telling me she had an NBC News, and she was, when I get home, I see all these people that are rushing in the Capitol, and she's telling me what's happening. Uh, there's a lot of groups out there that um, you definitely need to watch out for. I mean, just from the day that Trump in that debate, said, uh, "Proud Boys, stand down, stand by." I think that was something that should have helped all of us predict something like that. Yeah, exactly, Trace. That is very well said. It was just, basically, them trying to show off that they could try to take over. Yeah, exactly, Anthony. And all these militia groups, although the Second Amendment does state we are, besides the right to bear arms, uh, the citizens are able to have a well-regulated militia. It is so um, the people can protect themselves from tyranny. Basically, I think a lot of these militia groups have gone too far. Yeah, you're right. And some more left-wing militia groups, like you had the Black Panthers, but yet that's a left-wing one. I think also went too far. So I mean, you have to find something in the middle. Um, you know, something that will protect us if the government were just wanting to take over the country. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel. You're on with Jules. Um, Welcome to this stream. Feel free to jump in the chat box. Oh, yeah, that Project 2025. Anybody wants to hear good streams about Project 2025 and what some of the ideas it contains, I would suggest to go to a channel called Powered by Rainbows. He is a very well-educated LGBTQIA, uh, you know, uh, channel, and he does a very good job of explaining it. Yeah, and there's good channels I follow. Yeah, they're I really like Powered by Rainbows because he's um, gay, but he does all LGBTQIA rights and issues, and he just went over Project 2025 in a real good manner. Um, Another one that I like as far as trans women that goes into many topics in the media is Samantha Lux. Um, she does kind of look at things that are said, but and sometimes some of the other trans women I watch have like held off on a lot of the stuff that's going on, and yeah, Samantha Lux is great. I also watch Mama Shar. If you never watched her, she's actually here in town, and I've actually met her. Yes, it is pretty much Drace. It just Mama Shar. Let me put that on here. Um, that's what her channel is. She is mainly a lot of tips on appearing trans, just and transitioning. She's actually here in New Mexico also, and I actually had the it was cool. I've actually met her in person. I went to a party at her house, and I had a great time. I met a lot of great people in the community there. Yes, the ones I suggest um, are Mama Shar. Obviously, you watch Samantha Lux. Do you watch Victoria Rose? Victoria Rose is really good. Yeah, that's whose party I went to. It was her son's first birthday, but it was a great time. Um, I met a lot of people in the community here, so it was fun. What was who are the other ones I recommend? Um, how is it Stefan Jati or something like that? She was off the air for a while. She just came back on and giving great makeup tips. Um, and then Luna Rose is a great one. Um, she was mainly drag queen, but now has decided to start transitioning. For her, it's a lot more difficult because she lives out in Britain. Oh yes, Jackie Rabbit I follow, and she hasn't posted in a long time. Yeah, there's a lot of channels I follow, and now if you want to watch a guy and has a PhD in psychology, and his dissertation or his let's see his dissertation for his doctorate was on um, the suicide rate of LGBTQIA people, but it was mainly in the Mormon Church. Watch a guy, and his name is John Dehlin, and his channel focuses. It's called Mormon Stories, but his focus of his dissertation was on the amount of suicide in Utah of people that were LGBTQIA. I that's him and his what he tells us really helped me one deconstruct, two, and that's how I started um, my the focus on my channel about teaching about the hate in the Mormon Church, about in fact, they just passed a really bad policy, again, very anti-trans policy. If you go on my channel, you can find it. Uh, there's I have a playlist called High Demand Religions slash organization slash cults, and you go in there, and there's a video about the Mormon Church and their new policy against uh, that's very anti-trans. I mean, to yes, very that I haven't watched one of her videos in a long time, Trace, but Dr. Z focuses on the trans population a lot. I've watched her videos. I remember at first I caught a couple of hers, didn't really I don't know why it didn't attract me at first, but then once I started focusing on my transition and seeing that's what she talked about, um, it, it it really I really started watching her a lot. Now I haven't watched her um, in the recent past lately, but um, Yeah, her, it's like, yeah, I can see what you mean. It seems like her videos take different spins on the topic, and dysphoria and everything. But I think she was well spoken in many of them, but then other times, like you said, can cause uh, the dysphoria. Oh, and another young lady who in fact, I'll comment with her a lot. She'll comment with me right back, and she'll talk with me. Her name is Erin, Erin, but her channel's name is A New Day with Erin. She just kind of talks about her transition, and it's very uh, pretty cool, and just kind of, just like myself. I think we're um, both into just talking about, how our transition's going, you know, um, and what we're doing to, feminize better, and just, you know, be ourselves. She does, like confessionals talks in the car. I've done that from time to time. Yeah, I've posted a lot of comments to her, and she'll reply right back. Cool. I'm Mexican descent, so you just gotta put an eagle in the middle of that flag on a cactus, and voila. Yeah, Erin, I think she's great. She's just easygoing, kind of just talks about her life. Me, like I said, I found 5 aspects of my life that I want to talk about and try to focus on those. Um, you know, um, and I think when it comes to all us trans women, we kind of, you know, talk similar things, but what's cool is we can talk about them. We can talk about them and show our different experiences. So, it's like, and that's why I always say about me being a nurse is I can have 10. So let's talk about when I worked in ER. I did that for 13 years. In the same night, you can have 10 35-year-old guys show up with chest pain, and you're going to work them all up with the same way, yet each one's going to have different results and what needs to be done. So, we're all trans women. We're all going to talk about different topics, and yet we're all going to talk about them in a manner of the way we see it, and that each of us is going to experience it in a different way. Many of us like will encounter um, each other at some point or another. Um, I've even thought about it would be cool to see about doing like a someone suggested one time we could do like you have comic cons, you have different things like that. You could do like a trans person meetup, that are from like from here, from YouTube, or that would be cool. Yeah, diversity is awesome because we can all be the same in one manner. We can all be trans in one way, but we're all gonna express ourselves different. You know, um, I think it's a great thing. Hello and welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Remember, whenever you are on my channel, you are one of my treasures. I think we're gonna have a. Usually, I try to do my live stream for about 2 hours, but this has gone quick. We may go 2.5, depending. Well, thank you, Drace. That's always it's always good to see. Like right now, we're batting 1,000. 4 viewers in here, 4 likes. I mean, there's other people that have come in here because in, let's see, let's look at my analytics. Last hour, there were 14 people that came onto the channel to watch something. That means that they probably came onto the stream and then left. Thanks, Anthony. Thanks, all of you. You guys are great. I hope we can, continue to grow this channel. This channel, I just started it like I think was in 22. In 23, I started to grow. Tried to do a few videos. I think I did about 3 in the year 23, but this year 24 is when I really tried to grow it, because it is one, I started a whole, like 2023, I said it was a whole new me, because that's when I started transitioning. Yeah, I call it 2023 new me. And then 2024, I moved out here to New Mexico. So I said, time for more in 24. And it's definitely been more because, we have 321 subs. And definitely we've gotten more views on many videos. I'm starting to figure out what people like hashtagging stuff. It's pretty important because and which keywords tend to get more videos. I've also done some research on that through some people that I watch on YouTube. They've kind of given away some of those things. That certain keywords can actually, once the video gets, once your channel gets monetized, certain keywords will pay you more money. So if people look you up because there's a certain keyword in there, there's a backer that's paying money for that. So it definitely will help grow the channel. Yes, no one's going to build walls and divide us like that. Walls of hatred or walls of stone. Yeah, we definitely, I think, as LGBTQIA, especially I think especially as trans, we're the ones that really have a challenge through, the community. I think, first of all, we get challenged a lot because they say that, there's so much stigma to being trans. Just like bisexual people have a stigma because they say that they're greedy or whatever, because they won't, stick to one gender that they like. You know, we we're stigmatized and told, since we're in a certain way. Thank you, Lena. As always, you are always positive things to say. Yes, there is a lot of anti-LGBTQ bigotry, racism, sexism. There is a lot. I mean, and that's why we really need to stick together, build, community of trust, as to who we are, and not just gender wise or sexuality wise. It has to be all around. And we all need to really strengthen each other in many ways. Um, help each other out with our transitions, help each other out. Yeah, and that is tough. I think the English version of Internet National is right there. You have it right there. Yeah, we have to, let's get this channel growing, you guys. Please, I know all of you are subscribed. Share it with friends. Um, let's get it. I one of the things I do want to start doing is merch. Um, I have an idea for the first design, and I may buy some of these. This was inexpensive. I wonder if I can buy them in bulk and buy them with different. I know, Lena. Once I get merch done, it'll be you'll be the first one to get something. um, One of the things, and I need to go check again, see if they still have it. There's a liquidator store here, and they had this giant box of Trans Lives Matters T-shirts, and I have one extra one here, plus I have mine, and and I was gonna try to buy the whole box because they were down to like $1 a T-shirt, and they were in brand new condition, and start those as merch on here. They were actually for Target. This place does liquidation for Target. Yeah, Lena, my first thing is going to try to design a T-shirt with a treasure chest and have on the front, say Jules Treasures on the front, and then list the 5 T's on the back and do them in the colors of the trans flag, I think. But in lettering, and it'd be subtle because, I don't know how well people would recognize this. And then yeah, just like the trans flag here, I would put the 5 T's, and I wonder if people would even realize what. Yeah, and I just got this bracelet I got it on Temu, so I'm wondering if I can buy bulk on Temu. I think I'm gonna buy bulk decals from there, because I did see a bulk of decals, decals on there, which I will, like either send off with, I'll buy them and just sell them inexpensive and um, off the merch store. And probably also come out with other, try to come out with other, uh, gen or sexuality bracelets or some stuff like that. I think that would be cool. So everybody could order of what they would like. Because like myself, I'm trans. Yeah, see, like this one, I could get this one, and I would also put. I wouldn't mind a lesbian pride flag one because I am trans. I still like women, so I'm a transgender lesbian. So yeah, I also have like a decal here I bought for my vehicle. It's a good thing I didn't put it on my car. Um, but I'll probably put it on the truck when I get it, um, which is just a rainbow one, the OG rainbow. Um, I think I like it with the fact that like you know pride flag you can have the original pride flag. I do like the fact that they haven't the updated one that's all inclusive, but there's also the you know also that each gender, each sexuality has their own. I think that's really cool. Keep getting all these messages. Yeah, I think that was cool because then it gave a balance to everyone. You know, that's cool. Yeah, like I love combining words like me being, transgender and basically lesbian. I say I'm a transbian. Yeah, dragons are cool. I've, I've seen like, I'm trying to get, think of certain tattoos to get. Like, I want some type tattoo showing my trans pride, because I'm gonna do this whole arm is gonna be a sleeve, and I'm trying to figure out as far as trans pride how to get it. I've seen dragon tattoos, butterflies in trans colors, different things. So I'm trying to figure it out. Thank you for all the hearts there, you guys. Thank you. I love all my treasures. Thank you, Anthony. It's been nice. Like today, we've had a steady stream with like at least 4 or 5 people in here. It definitely helps. And then we've been having it jump up to 7 at times. That's people that I think are jumping in and seeing what the channel's about, and then just jump off. Um, and Thank you. um, See, even a friend is over here trying to trying to teach her how to get her Netflix uh, password changed. Yeah, I've been wanting. I think I want to get Netflix because I know they have a docu series that I've been wanting to watch. Um, it's an interesting one, and actually, it goes along with my high demand religions. Um, it's okay, Lena. Actually, right now, my guilty pleasure, like I was watching a lot of Mormon stories, cults to consciousness type of thing. Um, and right now, I've been watching a lot of Hulu, but I've gone through Star Wars on Disney Channel. I mean, that took me weeks because I did all the TV series, all the cartoons, all that. And then, so now I would love to go to Netflix. Um, well, right now I'm on a Scrubs binge. I'm on season 4, and I've already seen season 9, so I need 4 more seasons to go through. Um, Star Wars is the best. And then, as far as Scrubs, I will tell you it is the most realistic TV series about medical professionals. Um, and But my next thing, I'm probably gonna get a Netflix subscription because there is a docu series I want to watch there, and it's about actually about a guy that liked to do forgeries. He was actually and it has to do with one of my topics I've been teaching here. He was actually a Mormon who did a lot of forgeries and was able to fool some of the church authorities to the point where they started buying his forgeries because it would change all Mormon people's beliefs. And then he ended up doing some bombings, a series of bombings. It is called it has to do with the White Salamander bombings. Oh, I agree. The medical system in the US is horrible. Ooh, really? Oh, that sounds interesting. Is it like a documentary, Serena, or is it's a true story? I think it would be interesting for there to be more movies with the trans population or like a documentary. Oh, yeah. See, that would be. I think it would be a cool to see more documentaries and films about trans. Um, I would like to you know where where they're not making fun of it. They're making you know showing it in its true light and seeing how wonderful it is um, for one to really present as their true selves um, about it. You know. Oh wow, that's awesome. Yeah, like myself, I'm a later in life transitioner. I'm 54, and I started at well, I came out age 51, and didn't start transitioning till about, and I started everything to start transitioning in age 52. I started going to the therapist, and then I think age 53, I started actual hormone therapy. I had to stop, and now at age 54, I have started again, but I am seeing great progress. I have been so happy here in New Mexico. The medical provider I'm going through, she's fantastic. She really, really has given me the proper medications. Um, um, and I'm definitely seeing the progress I've been wanting to see. Um, I mean, I'm at the point where, as obvious, you can see that I have some development. the only thing I am wearing up here is a strapless push-up bra, and they're definitely noticeable. Um, and that's one of the things that feels so great when you start noticing that development. Um, I'm starting to see some of the fat redistribution. I am noticing that, you know, like my hips and my bottom are kind of getting a different shape. Yeah, that's definitely where I want more fat because I definitely never really had one. And then um, I gotta get started and do some uh, hair removal. So I gotta start looking into some. Now, the good thing is I have fantastic insurance. Right now, my insurance is covering my HRT, just the medication. I have to pay like it's like $10 a month or so. Um, HRT, if not taking a proper care of properly, has been known to cause blood clots. That's the only thing I would say. Um, I have federal employee program Blue Cross Blue Shield, and actually the federal government is great uh, to their trans employees, especially the VA is here in, I will say here in New Mexico, they're fantastic. They encourage the whole federal government encourages to put your pronouns on your profile on your computer. I still haven't done that. Um, and then they, I mean, I have a file and it says they'll cover my hair removal, they'll cover, the facial or the body hair removal, they'll cover Botox, they'll cover, um, you know, bottom surgery, breast augmentation, just about every surgery that you need to transition, whether it's male to female, female to male. Um, they cover a lot. Uh, you just have to get certain things, certain forms signed and approved. Um, like me, next year I'm going to start looking at vaginoplasty. I'm going to, yeah, I want everything done, and I'm going to start from the bottom, work my way upward, um, because they say, like, for example, the breast area doesn't finish developing until 2 years in to transition, and I'm barely 7 months in, just over 7 months in, and here's where I am. So I want to see where I'm at 24 months. 24 to 36 is what I hear is where you're gonna see pretty much your full breast growth. So if I get at a good sized C cup or D, I may not even do an augmentation. Um, well, thank you, Anthony. I appreciate it. In fact, one thing I do want to get, like, these are my glasses I wear to work. I do have some other ones that are like more feminine, but I do want to get some that are, in fact, I've been looking on Zenny. Yeah, definitely my girls need to be bigger. I mean, that's them right there. Like I said, I have a strapless push-up bra on, and I think they're like about a big A cup, getting close to that B cup. I'm really happy with the growth I've had. So, like I said, this is 7 months in. Yeah, I think like I usually buy B cups. So I'm sorry, right there, the top of my brush showing. But yeah, I buy B cups, and like I have one that kind of pushes them up a little bit here. This one kind of you put it on over your head, and then you pull two straps together that pushes them up, so you can really, notice them. Um, on my first time I started transitioning, they had grown a bit, so a little bit, so it helped with that. And my caregiver or the person, they the provider back then didn't put me on spironolactone, so I didn't get as much growth back then, but I still did get growth. I had the soreness in them. Right now, they're very, like, the last couple of days, they've been very sore in the nipple area over the past few weeks. So they're definitely still getting growth. Okay, it was great having you here. So here's what we'll do. We'll keep going till the 2-hour, 30-minute mark, and then we'll, shut down this, and then we'll go off to live stream. And then I do have maybe a video or two to make, probably one video today. Yeah, I think we've had a great stream today. That was great. We had up to 5-6 people at one point in here, or we were getting people jumping in here that, would jump in for a little bit, jump off. Didn't talk during that time, but what I find strange is, like, I do my transition Tuesday video, then I have this upstream of patients of viewers come on, like really high number, and then all of a sudden it's tapered down, and it shows them the last 48 hours I've only had 80 viewers. At one point I was up to like almost 600 viewers, so that's what's kind of nuts. But it's those ups and downs. I think that's what establishes the channel, which is great. Hello, everyone. You're on with Jules. Whenever you are on here, you are one of my treasures. We are probably going to be wrapping up this stream in about 10 minutes. And then I will be doing another one of my videos about high demand religions. It is Saturday. I like to do them either on Saturday or Sunday. Then it'll be dinner time. I think I set aside what I'm gonna cook for dinner. I think I had what I did last week. Um, yes, Lena, it, it was a great day. It just, even just with steady 5 people in here, it's great because with how many, with them coming in here to view, and especially since it was new people, it's like then it'll spread to people on their list, or if they have a channel, their viewer list and people they know, and then that's how it proliferates to get more viewers and subscribers on here. That's what I think is great. Then we can get more people in here talking, and uh, and we can just have great conversations. I am definitely going to start. What I'm going to do is probably that first week of November while I'm off, I'm going to start. That's when I'm going to really, really start looking at making merch, and and then what I'll do is I will, do T-shirts first, and maybe see maybe about like tumblers or something. I think something good that'll be useful. But shirts, definitely, and maybe even hats. But I got to see what's the most popular stuff, and and definitely look at different types, different designs. Um, so I think. Okay, so where I'm going to go from here, I think what we're going to start doing is start wrapping this live stream up. As always, I do want to say that if you are transitioning and are on and need to get HRT, please do go to a professional that is experienced in prescribing HRT. They monitor blood levels, best, and monitor everything for your health the best. They will many times, many insurance policies, if you have insurance, will require you that you do see a gender therapist first. I do recommend that. I did the same thing because a lot of times you will need that diagnosis of gender dysphoria. It was fantastic to go to a gender therapist, as she helped me really find myself and find that inside I was truly a woman, and really found the things that pointed to it, and it just helped more to make it more comfortable to transition. Also, I do want to say, please do seek help of a professional to be on HRT. Don't just take something a friend may have and go from there. One of the other things I will say is to do not take prescription medications that a friend is giving you. I was a 13 in the ER as a nurse for 13 years, and I have seen some very bad side effects when patients have taken other friends' prescription medications. From here, what I will say is, thank you, Serena. It has been a pleasure having you here today. It's been a pleasure, everybody that's been here today. Um, then I do want to tell everybody, please, if you find yourself in a crisis, you know, feeling down, depressed, or hopeless, um, you know, just need to talk to someone, please use the 988 line. It is a national wide initiative. It is for feeling down, depressed, or hopeless, feeling sad, confused, or angry, worried about your safety or the safety of someone else. Um, you know, if you are a service member or a veteran, please, you can dial 988, then hit 1, and it will guide you to someone with, you know, that, you know, their specialty is service members and veterans. Any alcohol or drug abuse, or have something on your mind and you just need to talk to someone, this is a great line. It helps everybody. You know, it's not just geared to one person or another. This is a great resource. Like I said, it is nationwide. This card does show the state of New Mexico on it, but um, just that's because I grabbed it at work. I work at the VA and they have these, and I work at the New Mexico VA, so um, that's why it has the state of New Mexico on it, but you can use it nationwide. Uh, Thank you for being here on my channel. Uh, Always remember, I'm Jules. You are always one of my treasures. When you are on here, um, I always enjoy having you on here, or we can, you know, talk about everything here. And as long as we're, you know, constructive, and everybody was great in here today, we talked about many different topics. And we don't come on here to insult each other or anything. Thank you for being on here. I love all of you. You are my treasures, and have a good night.